GETTYJamie Cox spent 4 weeks behind bars last year. Former WBO European supermiddleweight champion was locked up in April 2016 after being convicted of assault by beating, violence to secure entry, harassment and criminal damage. Cox was sentenced to 26 weeks behind bars after being overheard threatening to knock out ex-girlfriend Victoria Grybovskaya. However, the 31-year-old was later cleared of assault, while the remaining charges were suspended. The Swindon-born boxer has since spent the last year rebuilding his reputation with a fight against fellow Brit George Groves on Saturday. Next up, "It was a big shock to find myself in jail," he said. "I never, ever thought I would end up in jail. I'm not out and about doing things that get you in trouble." GETTYJamie Cox training ahead of the fight with George Groves. "It was a hard 4 weeks, being in prison when I knew I shouldn't have been in there. There was no assault. It just didn't happen. Were there any marks on her? No. I didn't touch her. That's why I had some of my stuff in her flat. She wouldn't open the door and was sending me texts saying she was going to commit suicide. I bust the door open, picked up my stuff, saw that she was okay and left, and ended up in jail for it." George Groves picked Jamie Cox as his first opponent in the Muhammad Ali Trophy. "Didn't expect to end up in jail for busting a door and picking up my stuff." Cox has also revealed that his father tried to encourage him to take other sports as a child. However, after watching Frank Bruno and Mike Tyson, he knew what he wanted to do with his life. "My dad wanted me to play football or golf, but I was no good at either, and I couldn't sing," Cox added. "There was always music on in my house, but I was no Tom Jones." George Groves is the current WBA supermiddleweight champion. "The fight that got me into boxing was the Frank Bruno-Mike Tyson rematch in 1996. I just remember the way everyone got behind Frank, and when he lost, it put a stone in my heart. The fight made me want to box, and when I got to the gym, I was addicted." Cox is gearing up to fight his former England amateur teammate for the first time this weekend, and he knows he will have to be at his best to get a result. He said, "I know George is a great fighter and I know I need to bring my A game, but I'm ready.